we're going to do a little something too here at Win TV. And that's why I'm so excited to have Candice from Verizon on with us to talk to us about the sounds of the DMV. And she is going to tell us a little bit more. Candice Austin is the Director of State and Government Affairs for Verizon. And we shared some ideas with her, and she seemed like she and the folks there were really excited about supporting what we were going to do. So, Candice, you there?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
here.
good. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So, first of all, I want to talk a little bit about you and what you do at Verizon.
Sure. So I'm the Director of State Government and Community Affairs at Verizon. And so my job is to get out in the community and hear the voices of the people, as well as talk to elected officials, as well as government agencies, and just have a partnership, a cohesive partnership as we do a lot of different things throughout the nation and throughout, the world globally. So again, just making sure that we have that personal connection is something that I do for Verizon.
So we're going to have you back on to talk about all of the initiatives that Verizon has. And I know that you all are right in the middle of what's happening, even with regards to this distance learning that a lot of our young people are involved in, because we're dependent. For those who are, in full disclosure, I am a customer as well, who are dependent upon Verizon for our internet connections, our phone connections, and all of that. So we will want to get you back on to talk more about that in the near future.
Definitely. I know, for us, since the launch of smartphones more than over, I guess, 10 years ago, Verizon's been introducing new technologies to meet the needs and demands of customers. And so, one thing that we look at today is reliable service and coverage. And, looking at everything that's happened as it relates to COVID, everything in our everyday lives have been affected. Everyone's at home now. Students are at home, everyone's on their computers or their smart devices working. And so what we try to do at Verizon is make sure that we maintain a highly reliable, high speed and high quality network. And so, many people rely on Verizon. I know I do in my home. And so with the expansion of 5G, Verizon's aiming to build a network that will change how we live, work, and play, ultimately moving us forward together as we move forward with technology. So we're really excited about that, and definitely looking forward to coming back in some months to talk about 5G in depth.
Yeah, definitely. That's a hot topic right now, and it has been for a couple of years, and I think folks still have a lot of questions about it. So I'm so glad that you will come back and sort of shed some light on our communities on what this thing called 5G is all about. It's exciting, but we still have a lot of questions about it. So I'm glad that you'll come back. But what I'm really, really, really excited about having you on today to talk about is our partnership.
Yes.
So I want to say thank you to Verizon. Thank you, Candice. Thank you, Mario Acosta Vasquez at Verizon for partnering with us for something that we're going to launch beginning next week, which is called the Sounds of DC. We can't really compete with the DC Jazz Fest, but we're going to do our little taste of it. And we're going to talk more deeply about it in the next segment of with WI Bridge. But I wanted to say to you, just thank you. But also, why did you decide, or why did you all think that this new sort of digital sound studio, what we call our tiny stage, why did you think that was important to support?
Well, yeah, we definitely are excited to partner with the Washington Informer and HR Records on the sounds of the DMV. I was born in DC, so I grew up listening to Go-Go, but just other various artists in the DMV that are just so talented. And so we're looking forward to seeing all these emerging music artists, especially from like your own hometown. So it means something, and you feel something when you hear from those that are sharing their gifts with you. And so at Verizon, we continue to invest in our communities. We serve a lot of communities. And so in an effort to increase like our digital inclusion, we're committed to partnering and promoting outreach, in the communities we serve. So everything from our volunteer efforts in the community, and such of addressing issues like digital divide, which we talked about earlier, as well as like social and racial justice and criminal justice reform. We're striving to be corporate citizens who basically share in the success of the community, because there's so many great things happening and we want to be a part of that.
Well, I'm not involved with human resources there at Verizon, but I think they made a good choice when they picked a homegirl, sister girl from DC to serve in your role, who understands the importance of not only our own music, but our culture. And so, Candice, I want to thank you. We're going to talk, folks from HR Records will be on with the bridge in the next segment. We're looking forward to doing this nightly tiny stage.
Yes.
And folks, when you see it, it was brought to you by Verizon. Thank you so much, Candice.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll talk soon. Thank you.